Okay, just firing up the JST-245. Very nice transceiver these. Some brilliant output on them and a lot of features. But let's get a test report because I just had someone actually offer to come up on air and I thought, beautiful. VK3 Charlie Mike, name is Brenton and location Tangambalanga, Northeast Victoria. And just running an old JST-245. It's the Japan Radio Company JRC brand. And yeah, just running it up and just doing a quick video of it actually working. And I thought, fantastic, someone's on air. Sometimes finding someone after midday is not so simple on 40 metres. VK3 Charlie Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, VK3 Charlie Mike, VK2 Yankee November, yeah, fine Brenton. Yeah, well, I think there's more listeners than there are actually people pushing the microphone key, but all good. The name is Derek, Delta Echo Radio Echo Kilo, and we're located in Berry, Bravo Echo Radio Radio Yankee, south
Look
of
at the filters.
north of Nowra. I think I've probably talked to you before on Ron's Net 3HR.
Oh, of course.
No, the ring sounded quite well, quite good. Probably more trebly than bassy, but good on the scope. I'm running an IKE FTDX101D here. Your signal on the scope is dead clean there, Brenton. So nothing wrong with that radio. You can put that one up and sell that one. VK2 Charlie Mike, VK2 Yankee November.
Yeah, VK2 Yankee November. G'day, Derek. Yeah, sorry, I know who you are. Sorry, I just didn't recognise the call sign initially. And yeah, I'm just running a YD148 Yaesu mic on it at the moment. And I think it's one of those radios where, you know, you can play a lot of different audio and they can have a very different sound. One of the things I liked about these was the 3 antenna switch on the front, which was nice that you could just go 1, 2 or 3. Filtering on these was also exceptionally good, but they're just not a radio you see every day. No, absolutely, and it's one that I thought, we've got to give it an on-air test. You know, often you see me doing a test on, on the test set, and we're having a look at receiver sensitivities, and we're doing various things, but and really we're trying to show that radio is doing what it should be doing, by test equipment qualifying exactly what it does. But this one I thought, I've got to get this on air and have a bit of a play. And they were a full HF through to 6 metre, the 245, so they're nice, nice radio. But I'll email you a link of the video to this, because you're booming through, by the way. You're 5.9 plus, absolutely coming through beautifully. So yeah, look, good timing though, because I think you're right. You never know who's listening. It's always worth putting out a call. And we had a bit of rain come through here before, and I thought we were going to have really stormy, noisy, and we did for a little bit, but it's certainly calmed down a bit. Yeah, I be honest, very impressed with this radio. I haven't used the 245 for quite a while, so memory lane. It's always good, Derek. Go ahead.
Yeah, VK2 Charlie Mike, VK2 Yankee November. Yeah, fine, Brenton. Well, it sounded good, mate. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I hear a lot of bad signals on 40 metres and people splattering all over the place. Usually I think, to be honest, no disrespect, but I think some of the guys who come from 11 metres who buy 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt
You might be right there, Derek.
Overdrive them, but no, that radio sounds really good, Brenton. There's no problem with that one at all. And yeah, we're operating, what have we got here? We've got the FTDX 101D. We're down in the what I call the Shedderton. So I've got 11 acres here in Berry, and the second station is in the Shedderton. So we've got the FTDX 101D.
Function dimmer. Oh yeah. Function dimmer. There we go.
They are admittedly BLA 600 linears, running about 300 watts at the moment, and mate, I'm spoiled with antennas. So
And this one's got the
what I call the cow warmer. It's a
original manual somewhere. Here it is.
There
we go.
Over the paddocks. I call it the cow warmer.
Always nice to have, actually.
Wire antennas here, Brenton. So you guys down there, Ron, and you're always booming in here. It doesn't seem to matter what time of the day. For some reason, there's a really good line between Berry, Goulburn down to sort of Albury, Wodonga posted the other day, Brenton, you caught up with Fletch, Mark, BK, is it MRW?
MRF,
a couple of times,
close.
Up here, and lovely guy. VK3, Charlie Mike, VK2, Wayne.
Yeah, good stuff, and always good to catch up with Fletchy. Although I think Donna, his partner, is the better half. I'm biased. She's such a good person, and they make a great pair. They work hard though. I tell you, they are one of the hardest working couples that I've ever seen. And as somebody that sort of travelled the world for a living myself, I know very well that the shine certainly comes off the travel side very fast when you realise that it's a lot of work that goes into doing what they do. But yeah, it was good to. We took the C8 Corvette down to Chrysler on the Murray, which was a little bit wrong. I should have taken the Trackhawk, being a Mopar, with the supercharged Hellcat motor. But I was just in the mood to take the Corvette out, and I thought, let's go break the trend. So, and we got a few thumbs up for some Mopar fans at the thing, so that was good. But on Monday night, Fletch actually hung around an extra day, and we went out to. Well, he was here on the Monday for a good part of the day, and we were sitting around discussing everything from crypto through to radios, and of course, just life in general. Then that night, I took him out to my favourite Japanese restaurant, and Fletch being Fletch, he always wants to pay. And I said, no way, pal, you did that last time. I said, no, this time, this is all pre-arranged. But anyway, he had a great meal, and he really did enjoy the Japanese food. Donna loved it as well. And Donna's a bit like me. She's a bit finicky about food, and I don't eat everything, to be very honest. I can be very, very funny about what I like and dislike. But both Donna and I, we gave the big thumbs up to everything that came across. And as I said to her, I said, look, some of this food you're going to miss when you get back to home, because it is really to die for. So, but no, good to catch up. And I'm glad you've had a chance to do that. You won't meet a nicer guy. And I won't give the game away, but let me just say the back of that Dodge Ram barely fitted in the big 40 kilo each boxes that went back. That's given a lot away here, but let me just say, let him do the release. There's a couple of new little things adding to the Fletchy shack, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun. But yeah, he's loves his amateur radio. It's funny, people always sort of look at the car stuff, and yep, he's right, he's great, he loves his cars, but he is just as fastidious with his radios. Go ahead.
Yeah, VK3 Charlie Mike, VK2 Yankee November. Yeah, fine, Brenton. Well, that's going to be another shack full of Kenwood gear. Yeah, I know when I've talked to him a couple of times, he's got all the Kenwood, the sort of, well, I suppose it's vintage nowadays.
I'm not commenting.
Condition, and yeah, I've talked to.
I'm going to give you a big hint though if you're watching the video.
John, VK2NJP.
For once,
he runs the Mid-South Coast.
it wasn't Kenwood, but I'm not going to say.
I had Mark on a couple of times in the morning and the afternoon, so all good. But yeah, no, yeah. Well, I used to do the world travel as well there, Brenton. I've got to say though, mate, whenever I had to go to Korea for a week for work, I'd come back. I'd arrive at 6 in the morning. I'd be up at the hamburger shop as soon as it opened about 8:30, and I'd get a hamburger with a lot. There's only so much Korean food I could eat, but I spent a lot of time.
I agree.
Well, I was the CEO of Asia, but I was on a global exec team, so a lot of time in the States, a lot of time.
What a beautiful radio this is. This really is.
And all over Asia, so I'm quite glad.
Just attenuating.
Sitting in Berry now, looking at 11 acres, and
look at that, lovely.
Laying antennas, and getting up in the morning. I've still got my little business. I supply some.
There's the AGC.
For electric motors.
There we go, fast, slow.
And I get up in the morning, check the computer, check the emails, and go
noise
do my
blanker.
daily stuff. So all good. But,
Not much noise here at the moment though.
VK3 Charlie Mike, VK2 Yankee November.
Oh, it sounds like we've travelled some similar areas, Derek. I did a lot of time in Korea. I actually got appointed by Motorola. They sacked me. Was Motorola for years, and they sacked me. I was based out of Illinois, and oh look, it was, remember when the share price of Motorola dropped, and they wanted to change strategy. Anyway, the best way of getting rid of their deficit was getting rid of Brenton at the time. 2 weeks later, I get a phone call with some business class tickets paid for to head up to Korea, up to Seoul, and staying at the Hyatt, the Hyatt there on the hill. And I thought, what's up here? Why is Motorola paying? Anyway, that was the birth of Position and Navigation Systems Proprietary Limited, and then we obviously started CNET Advanced Technologies in Malaysia, and from there it just went on. And yeah, it was a great ride. So, what that proved was two things. One, there were worse things than being sacked. And two, well, three things actually. I'll get on to the third one. The second thing was that I fell in love with Korea. I ended up doing a lot of business in Korea, back and forth so many times, and loved the place. Yeah, I had to be careful with my food. By the way, on the power meter, let me just show the power of these things, just in case anybody's interested. They certainly are a nice radio, about 200 watts. What was the third thing? Oh, yes. The not so joyous part. Derek, in the first few years, probably the first 3 at least, mate, I was so leveraged with loans against my house, loans against my wife, loans against your girlfriend, loans against everything. I'm sure I nearly went bankrupt. It was interesting days to start with, but anyway, you know what? Like everything, you get there in the end. All right, mate. Look, so good to say g'day, and to give this radio such a good test. You've made a number one, a great video out of it. So thank you for that. But secondly, great to catch up with you, and hopefully we could do it again soon. And I'm going to give this a big tick. Beautiful radio. I know we've got a few here, and people say, how can you distinguish between them? But there are some special ones that come along that you go, yeah, okay, that's in that top 10. They're just something very, very, very nice about the JRC gear. I've actually got the full receiver set up with the extension speaker as well, so it all matches up nicely. It's all a bit of fun. Thanks, mate. All the best to you, and lovely to chat. We'll do it again soon. And that's what we're talking about. Have a good day. Oh, Daegu, geez, yeah. There you go. Lovely.
Part of the elite, playing golf with them occasionally. I've never seen so many envelopes change hands. Stuff that went on, which as a CEO would...
Derek, I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
I think I'll just go to the toilet now. Anyway, all good stuff, mate. And that radio's doing really well and working really well. And I know you've got a lot of vintage gear there, Brenton, but...
a lot of rubbish.
On 20 meters with one of the Andromeda SDRs, and playing around with the audio and those things, it's amazing what can come out of them. So I wonder where we'll be in 10 years' time with radio.
Me, dead, unfortunately.
Contact VK2 Yankee November.
Yeah, good stuff, Derek. Yeah. If you have a look at the video, you'll see some of my comments. I'm just laughing away, especially on the. We used to do a lot of casino chips in certain countries. Very strict policy about money, corruption. Casino chips apparently okay. That's a story for off air. Anyway, I made a couple of comments on the video, but mate, look, good to catch up. All right, all the best to you, and look forward to next time. VK2 Yankee November, VK3 Charlie Mike, off and clear. All the best, mate. Cheers. And actually, you might have noticed I didn't pick up on it was Derek initially, and once I realised who it was, I know who Derek is, extreme, and he's had one heck of a life. Anyway, that's just finishing up on the... For once, we haven't hooked up to loads of test analyzers. We haven't, we've just basically put it on air, done what normal people do. And, what can I say? Just, as you can see, all coverage, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. I'm just going through some of the little bits that we didn't, because I sat there talking for so long. And obviously if you take the 1 meg off, it'll just, sorry. What am I doing here? Now I'll put it into, I now need to go to band, don't I? Yes, I'm being an idiot here. Actually, sorry. I didn't notice that. We were on that whole time. Sorry, to change bands is over here. So that might be a little bit smarter. And actually, when you think about it, a lot smarter, because quick access, etc. But these were 100 kc, wasn't it? Oh no, 10 kc. I think you can hold it and then change that. But of course, then you change to 1 meg, etc. So very easy to get around the JRC-245, JST-245, sorry. The fact that it had 6 meters, I think was a really big positive for these things. They're just really nice layout. You won't see too many of them. They don't come up very often. And I think this one is a good one. So we'll see. All right. Well, look, not much else to tell you. Was there any memories in it? If I go to just seeing, hang on, go to memory. There was one, wasn't there? Yep. I know the previous owner. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. He does like his 10 meters, and that's just absolutely incredible. Long story on this radio, and look, it's one I won't go into on here, but let me just say, I'm actually having some regrets, and I just won't go into that. But and I don't mean about the radio. I think JRC stuff is very undervalued, and I really do think, just unbelievable for what, people always carry on about the price of something, and often they do it before they've had a play. And I always say to people, look, on the higher tier gear, give it a run, before you sort of just balk at the price. Have a look at what it does, whether it's a 7850 or a 7610 over there, etc. Just have a good play first and evaluate based on performance and what you're actually able to see. Out of interest, function power, what did that one do? I can't remember. No, I can't remember now. Function tune. No, I have to look up in the manual. I think these are all metering functions, but it's been a while. Even I'll have to read the manual. Okay, 17 minutes. That's a lot longer than what I expected, but it was nice for you to see the radio. I'm in memory, aren't I? That's my problem. Go. Yeah, see that noise starting to come up there? That's at the moment outside, as you see on the cameras, it's all very dark, and there's a storm coming back, I think. I think we've got definitely more rain on, and don't get me wrong, we want the rain. But but that noise level that you're seeing there, that's definitely. And I'm on fast VFO, aren't I? Yeah, I thought so. I'm thinking, wow, moving fast, but yes. And I think that's just your step ratio that you change, and manual. Anyway, we'll get back to it. All right, guys, thanks for having a look at this JST-245 JST transceiver, and hopefully you've learned something about quality equipment just like I have. Look, to be very honest, I've had a few before, so I sort of know what I'm looking at, but these are beautiful. They really are. If you get a chance to get one, as I said, not the cheapest radio out there. Even the receivers, you've got to pay. The receivers start at $1,000 minimum. Speakers, I'll give you an example. An extension speaker for one of these things. Not that I'd ever part with a speaker with this radio. There's a long story. This is from a very good friend of mine, John Volpato, and this speaker will stay with this radio forever. It just sort of suits it so nicely. By the same token, we came across a couple more just recently, unbelievable. And normally you'll see like 2 in your whole lifetime, and we had some gear traded, and I said, "You're joking." Anyway, these things happen. All right, but that's that radio there. I don't think we're plugged in at the moment, are we? No, I don't think so. I've actually just popped it there and haven't had a chance to. We'll do a review on the NRD 525 soon, because this one also has the VHF in it as well. I don't think you can see. You might be able to see down. Yeah, see how there's various antenna sockets that goes off to the converter, etc. So this has the VHF side of it as well. So I will get a review done on that very soon. What do you think? I'm really thinking this is stupid selling this. I put it up the other day and I'm starting to have regrets. I think that one might have to stay. The twins might have to stay. I don't know. Sometimes, I'm making some space for some new gear that's coming in. You can see some things that have gone missing, 2 spots, and there's some big boxes coming in. You'll get some surprises soon. I've spent a fair bit of money, but by the same token, there's some holes that'll be filled, and we'll show you the radio gear that fills those spots, and some old, some new, some in the middle. Anyway, all right, 7-3s, VK3 Charlie Mike, Tango Malanga, Northeast Victoria, doing a review of the beautiful JRC JST-245. Again, thank you so much, Derek, for the conversation on there too. Helps so much. All the best, guys.